becoming a beauty queen? Kasi you started out as a model before, di ba? Until you got into
Yeah.
pageantry. So,
Mm-hmm.
how did you end up in this pageantry? Considering na, alam mo yun, in this industry na kailangan prim and proper, tapos seeing your very outgoing personality, it's like a world away from what we're supposed to see in pageantry.
Ang layo-layo nga eh. I know. I feel like I confuse people so much because um I'm not your typical girl. Like just in general, maybe in modeling or pageantry, I'm very outgoing, I'm very loud. Talagang I am out there. Character talaga ako eh. But like, how did it started? Well, modeling wise, I got discovered on the street while working. I mean, sa tindahan, and then I moved to Manila. How I ended up in pageantry? Huh. I wouldn't say it's a life. It's a childhood dream, but I remember as a kid, I've always wanted to be a celebrity. Pag walang tao sa bahay, pupunta ako sa kwarto ng tita ko, aakyat sa cabinet niya, will take some of her heels, wear it, and pretend that I have a birthday production in our living room. So, magli-lip-sync, kakanta, kunwari sasayaw, kunwari uupo ako sa gitna, tapos may iba-ibang artista na papasok. But in reality, it's just me. So parang ganon. Ganon yung eksena. I was always into performing arts too, which was really odd because my family is not into that. Ako din yung to begin with, ako lang yung may ganitong pangarap sa bahay namin. All my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, they're very traditional. They want to work in offices and like, the normal stuff. Ako lang yung, I want to dance, I want to sing, I want to do this, I want to do that. Parang sila, okay ka lang? Saan mo nakuha tong mga ideas na to? So parang kind of weird. And then with the pageantry wise, my first pageant actually was Miss Mandaluyong 2012. I won first runner up.
First runner up pa rin.
Ang first runner up.
Nakapako ka na doon, Day.
Ay, God. Nakaka-stress. So that was my first time. And I never really saw myself as like a beauty queen, but then people would always push me to do it because sabi nila, maganda, matangkad, you look different. And I think being a model in the Philippines, a lot of female models, that's their next step. So it's either we become celebrities or we become beauty queens. Tapos parang ako, can I do both? But then, medyo ayaw ng kadhana eh. So I did Miss Mandaluyong, and then from there it kind of trickled down. Different things may naka-discover. Half of the panel was like government officials, the other half was like fashion people. So it actually opened up doors for me in modeling because of Miss Mandaluyong. But it also opened up more doors for pageantry that they were like, and since then, parang hindi na natapos yung pag-encourage na, uy, mag-pageant ka. So, coming from me, parang for me, I grew up being bullied and experiencing so much casual racism and anti-blackness in the Filipino community na parang my self-esteem was really low. Na I couldn't, kahit when they told me that I could be a model, parang ako, sure ka? I mean, like me? Talaga ba? So there was always self-doubt. And I always question my beauty, my capabilities, because I feel like I am never enough. So when they asked me to join pageants, parang ako, hindi sila ready, mag-straight na naman ako ng hair, tapos magpapaputi. So parang tapos, I remember joining Miss Mandaluyong the first year. Everyone was so competitive. And I was literally the dark horse that nobody saw coming. Like wala sila. Nung nag-top 5 ako, nag-top 10, nagka-award, parang sila, ha? Like you could literally hear the girls on stage questioning, I see the top 5. So sabi na sa isip ko, well, sinong nasa top 5? Nga ka, di ba sis? O tumaya tayo dyan. So parang, I was so surprised myself. And when I won first runner-up in Miss Mandaluyong, parang sabi ko, pwede pala, matalino ka pala. Meron pala tayong, may baon ka palang English. Yeah, may ibubuga pala tayo. So like, it kind of boosted my self-confidence in a way. Tapos parang sabi ko, hindi mo na tayo sasali, kalma lang tayo, parang chill. And then, I wasn't mad or sad na hindi ako nanalo, but like in my head, okay lang for me to get this far. Who would have thought? Like, I did not even expect to make it this far, you know? So that was really cool. And everyone was just so competitive. And ako nasa gilid lang, nagsi-cellphone, nagre-rehearse, kikinig lang. Parang dead malang lahat talagang super like into it, you know? The worst things that you could imagine how catty a pageant can be exist in that pageant. So sabi ko talaga, bahala kayo, girl. Ako, dead na lang. Pero
Talaga?
at may mga, I mean, I think in every pageant,
Competitive.
there
Oo.
is, yeah, in every pageant, there will always be that catty person who will do something, but may mga iba din talaga na bitirela ang ending. So, again, iba-ibang ugali namin, and I'm not saying I'm perfect or anything, but like, you know, ako dead mo lang nung hindi ako nanalo. Pwede na ako mag-pizza bukas, hindi na ako pwede hindi na ako, hindi ko na kailangan mag-bigger likey.
Diba?
Or anything. So,
That's
yeah,
really,
that was that.
joining Miss Mandaluyong really opened doors for you kasi the year after, you won Miss Resorts World, diba?
Yes! Yes!
Diba? So
So,
talagang patok na
nakakaloka
patok
din yung
ang
Resort
beauty mo
World.
talaga. Oo.
Pero yun naman kasi, I love Miss Resorts World and I love Miss Tati. Pero yun, I didn't feel like myself.
Huh?
I
Really?
didn't
Sa
feel like
na po
myself.
yun?
So,
Oh. Okay.
okay. Physically, I
Can you tell us
wasn't
why?
myself,
Yeah.
you know. I had to conform to societal norms that year, competing from day one. The moment I went for like interview, just casting pa lang to ha, audition pa lang to to be part of like the 100 girls initially for Miss Resorts World. I went in with the straight hair, you know, medyo not super strong makeup, medyo pa sweet. Back then I had I had a salon sponsor, Headway there, salon. So every time I need my hair straightened, which was basically every day of my entire life in the Philippines, I had to go to the salon para magpa-straight. Or super straight ko ng maganda today, tapos retouch na lang the next day for me at home. And then that was really crucial because I wanted to win because my agency, not agency, but like my management thought it would
Manager.
boost my career. Yeah, my manager, like I was with Backroom and they were like, they really thought it would help me like establish a better career in the Philippines. Like, you know, we were trying to make me like one of those celebrities in ABS. Eh, ang hirap ng ABS, ang arte din nila. So parang sabi ko, kaya po ba sis? Sure ka ba? I mean, we almost didn't move forward with Mr. Resorts World because of my citizenship problems too. You don't need Filipino citizenship with Mr. Resorts World to begin with, but meron kasing travel included when you win. And even during the competition, we had to go to Hong Kong to be part of a cruise. Hindi ako nakasama kasi sumabit ako sa airport.
Why? Because wala kang passport.
Kasi may passport ako pero wala akong visa to stay in the Philippines. Stress. So, kaya pumunta ako ng immigration. Binayaran ko yung utang ko for overstaying in the Philippines for a year. And then I was able to fly to Hong Kong and catch up with the girls. So, kaloka. Yeah, and then, yeah. So, that was that. Mr. Resorts World was a complete different version of me. Iba din yung preparation ko nun eh. It's very different from this. Iba kasi parang iba ang prep sa Pinas, iba yung prep sa States. Which was kind of interesting to me because I was like, the main point is like, you know, making it to the international pageant scene, but just the training is very different. I think mas serious tayo sa Pinas that we cover all bases, and then sa States naman, medyo weird. Basta parang, I guess because they're not into pageants the way we are. So the way we prepare the girls are very different compared to out here. So ayun, parang I did it, straight hair palagi. Rule number 1, never set foot in at Resorts World with your big hair. Never, ever, ever, ever.
Oh my God! Kung natural hair mo yan, umaga pa lang, madaling araw pa lang, talagang gising ka na para.
Yes, ito na nga. Pag 8 a.m. yung call time, mga alas 3 siguro, gising na ako, nagpa-plancha. Then I have to make it on time there. Tapos sariling hair and makeup. Girl, stress. yeah, that was my struggle. I mean, it was great. I won. Um, but I lost my self identity. And if you go back in time, look at all my Miss Resort World photos, official, non-official. I was I never wore my natural hair. It was either flat straight, soft waves, or updo. Laging laging plakado si ate girl. Hindi pwedeng big hair, kalimutan mo nang may corona ka.
Yeah, ganito talagang beauty standards natin sa Pilipinas eh.
I know, but it's changing, which is really nice. I'm really really proud to see like other Blasian women be in pageants like Skelly and April. When I watched Miss Universe Philippines, sabi ko,
Uh,
represent! That's my girl.
uh,
I love it. It's just amazing. It's refreshing to see a woman of color, and especially of Black African American descent, to be on Philippine pageantry stage. It's just refreshing. So nice.
yes. So don't you wish na eto ba
Sana
talaga
ko.
na sana ikaw nasasali ng Miss Universe Philippines in the
Ah,
near future?
alam mo. Alam mo, the only way that would happen is if they change the rules and they change the age limit. Charot. At saka, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it would be nice to be Miss USA. It's a different, kasi when you win Miss USA, parang you automatically win Miss Universe because you live her life as well. Because you're roommates and you're owned by the same organization. So you're living the dream already. But like nasa puso't isip ko, no matter what I do, no matter how eloquent I would speak, no matter how good I'll be in speaking English, I'm still Filipino by heart and by blood. I mean, technically, I'm half Filipino. Parang nasa isip-isip ko pa din, I still hope I get to represent the Philippines, and wear Philippine sash over my chest and be like, Nikita McElroy, Philippines!
Oh.
I mean,
So for the
USA is nice too. USA. Okay.
So for the record, kasi a lot of people are asking here, o nga naman, why couldn't you join Miss Universe Philippines or any other national pageants based here in the Philippines?
Mm-hmm. Well, this is going to be a long story, so guys, you better listen. Sorry. My mom renounced her citizenship a year before I was born. So that was in 92. I was born in 93. By the time I was born in Honolulu, Hawaii. So I gained American citizenship by birth. And then my dad is also American. So double bullseye. Then my mom was already American by the time I was born. So I was an American through and through. And I lived here for a few years. And then when I went home to the Philippines, I think I had, because I have an alien certification, that made it more complicated for me. Kasi sabi ng embassy or DFA was that once you have an alien certification, you can't get citizenship because you're an alien, essentially. So nasa isip ko, I'm half Filipino. I'm more Filipino than most Filipinos, especially the ones living abroad. So like, why not? And then I fought for it for years. Actually, before I moved to the States, I was really trying. Like during Miss Resort World, we were already trying to find a way to fix it. Like I had a lawyer again, and then we talked to the highest, highest person in DFA or embassy to help me fix my problems. But wala talaga. And in my head, I thought money would fix it. Like, what if we pay them this amount? Maybe they'll give me a passport or a citizenship or recognition or something. Nothing. But I sabi ko, wow, once and for all, the Philippine government is doing their job properly. Nakakaloka naman. So parang, but it felt so unfair because I'm half Filipino and I've lived in the Philippines for 18 years,
Most
since
of your life.
95. Yes, most of my life. I went to school and I went to school here, elementary and high school. Like everything was done in the Philippines. Like it was so weird when I was um, sharing stories during the Miss Hawaii USA closed door interview because a lot of my majority of my experiences are in the Philippines. So parang they were also like, oh, so why didn't you run for Miss Philippines? And like in my head, I wish I have a short answer, but long story short, citizenship. So parang pati sila, parang Miss Philippines ka kaya parang sabi ko, guys, hindi pwede. So that's that. And I tried. I went to LA. I tried to fix my citizenship. I even went to the consulate here because I was born here. Pero wala talaga. I guess the universe is just not, or the Philippines is just not ready for me. I don't know. So that was that. So renowned. My mom has dual citizenship now, but because she had it after I was 18, I think she got it when I was 20 or 19. I'm not eligible to carry over her dual citizenship. But if she did it before I turned 18, na carry over sana ako sa dual citizenship niya. And I even processed that for her. So yes, that's the long story. It's so sad, but and I tried my best. When people tell me and ask me why not, parang ako guys, paulit-ulit ko na lang ini-explain. But here I am. I'm gonna tell you again. I did everything I can, like everything humanly possible talaga. But ayaw.
Yan mo, meron pa namang ano eh. Ano
Magbabago
ba?
pa yan.
Miss Intercontinental, Miss Supranational. Ang dami pa. USA nga
Alam
lang.
mo, we were like even before Miss USA, Miss Hawaii, before everything else, we were already contemplating, ano bang peg mo? Saan ka ba pwede? Sabi ko, well, I really like Miss Universe. I mean, I grew up watching it. It's like Super Bowl for us Filipinos. Like, even if as a kid, even if I never planned on joining pageants, I would always watch it every year. Like, kasi hoda kung umaga ba ang Miss Universe, kung alas 12 ng hating gabi, I will watch it. I will not miss it for the world. I always, always, always watch it every year. And then, pumasok ko sa isip ko yung Miss Supranational because somebody told me, mas bagay ka doon kasi supermodel yung dating mo eh. Sabi ko, maybe, sure. And I guess they say that because, I have a strong walk, sabi nila. I'm not sure how strong that walk is. But like, that was one suggestion, Miss Supranational. And the other one was Miss International. So sabi ko, best ang peg nila Barbie doll. Na Miss Pisa, porcelain Barbie doll. Barbie doll ako, pero negra. So, baka hindi. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure how I can charm the Japanese people, but it's also something worth considering because their age restriction their age restriction went up to 29. And Hawaii is like not part of USA pagdating sa Miss International.
And and ang Japanese ngayon na they're slowly warming up to the idea of a woman of color placing high or even winning the pageant.
Yeah.
I mean, kung notice mo mga woman of colors, African beauties like Kenya, napapansin na. So, unti-unti na. So, malay mo, ikaw na yun.
And they even actually have I guess for the Miss Universe Japan organization, they've had like a woman of color already, blazing talaga win the pageant. And I think the current one also is half black, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, pero hindi mo rin na, yung 2015, yung si Ariana, yung the one.
Yes, Ariana yun eh.
Although she was able to compete, pero yung backlash sa kanya at home was really super big na talagang hindi siya matanggap kasi considering that, Japan is a very homogeneous society, diba? But I'm glad that they're already slowly, warming up to the idea na. Yeah. But alam mo, look, listening at you right now, you're full of determination. I'm sure a lot of girls are even watching right now. So what can you advise them in terms of pursuing their dream in this industry, knowing all your experiences, right? Having experienced all these things for the past 3 years.
Parang naiyak ako for myself. Oh my God. Parang farewell walk. Advice. I think if there's one thing that I want to share to other dreamers out there, and this is something I would have told myself when I was younger, is that the world will try and stop you, and life is truly not fair, but that's just how it is. You have to push through for the things that you want. And if there is something that you truly desire, you have to go for it and do not let anyone tell you no. And when they do, brush it off your shoulders, stand up, fight back. I mean, don't physically fight back, but then continue. Pursue it, persevere, stay determined, stay motivated. I mean, all those harsh words, maybe, if they're thrown your way, use it as a motivation to empower yourself, to better your life, not only in pageantry or competitions, but in general. Use those things, use the tools that you have to better yourself. And you know what? You have to continue and stay having a positive outlook in life and just truly go for what you want. Smile, constantly smile, and laban lang mga best. Don't let
True.
anyone tell you no. That's number one. Just like, Kebs ko ba akong mura na ake? Kebs ko ba akong ganito ganyan? Like, you shouldn't let society bother you, stress you, or hinder you from achieving anything. I know that's very like, that's something, it's too strong of a word to say now. You can achieve anything. I mean, you truly can. And you just hope that the universe and God's plan aligns with yours. And you need to have faith as well. Have faith in yourself. Believe in yourself. Never ever doubt yourself. Never. Yun lang po. Char.
Will that be having said everything? Yun din bang sasabihin mo to your younger self, knowing what you know now as an adult, having gone through the system?
Yes. But I feel like I would be more specific to myself, like you would go through these things, like someone would throw your lunch, will flush your lunch in the toilet, or will push you up the stairs, or everyone will just bully you constantly for every day of your life for the next 10 years. But you'll be an awesome person after. It'll
Yes.
turn your life around. I feel like whenever people ask me if you could go back in time, would you change anything? I mean, there would be a few things that I would want to change, but it's as cliche as it sounds like, all of these experiences lead up to the person that I am today. I mean, pag iniisip ko, what if, my imagination works sometimes, and I'm like, what if I grew up in the States? Or what if I never experienced bullying? What if I was like treasured by people all my life? Would I be this person now? Maybe not. Maybe I would, but in a different way. Maybe it would have turned out a bit. I mean, like, sorry for the word,
A
but like a
different
different
person, an entirely
person.
different person, yeah.
Yeah. So parang sabi ko, I guess it's okay. Like character challenges build character. And I guess I just like stick to that forever. Na parang bahala na, yan na talaga siguro. Tanggap-tanggap na lang din at the end of the day. So really, mindset, perspective. Oh, and find the right people to support and guide you. I think it's really important to have that emotional support, because going into pageantry is so much emotion, so much mental prep, physical prep, and daming nangyayari. So you need to have a really good support system so you don't fall off the wagon and just like, ala, bakit nangyari yun? Parang ganon. So like, you just need right support system in anything in life, because that will really push you further. And I feel like if I didn't have that too, if I didn't have my best friends and my teachers in high school, I don't think I would be here talking to you right now and saying first runner-up, Miss Hawaii, USA. Yes.
Alam mo, for sure, a lot of girls will be picking up this video and be learning from everything that you're saying. Considering na, a woman of color, growing up in with a biracial background, kasi especially at this time,
Yeah.
bullying is still, alam mo yun, is still
Yeah,
existing.
especially cyberbullying too. And I think that's the toughest challenge with like the generation today, is that dati yung bullying entered school. Now, I mean, they can leave you alone at school, but then when you get home, you see all these like things online, which is just like really damaging. I think that's one thing people don't understand. I feel like once they know how it feels to be rejected, to be constantly felt bad, and they know how it feels, they will stop doing it. And you would eventually realize, wow, I'm an awful person because I make her feel bad all the time. Like, I wish to all my classmates in high school and elementary who are watching this now, thank you so much for bullying me. I love you guys. If not for you, I would have not pushed myself to the edge and do really tried as hard. Because if I had a perfect life, I don't think I would have persevered. I don't think
You
so.
would not have grit. You would not have character. Diba? You
Hmm.
wouldn't be this
Hindi sana
person you
ako
are today.
chikadora ng bayan.
True, diba? Wait, a lot of people are watching us and even dropping their comments. Sabi ni Enzo
Uh-huh.
de la Cruz, please join Miss International daw.
Ay. Mm.
O yan na, may nagmo-motivate na sa'yo to join Miss Universe, Miss International. Yeah, go! Bakit sa Miss International, hiwalay ang Hawaii tsaka USA? Hindi ko na-gets yun.
Ay, maganda yun. That's better so that I don't have to go
Oh,
to
that's
the
better
US.
for you. Pero, kung gano'n naman pala, why can't MUO and Miss USA also adopt the same thing, di ba?
I think they just wanted to have equal chances for every state kasi ang laki ng Amerika eh. And if you think about it, I mean, I think about it too in the Philippines, but iba din kasi style sa Pinas, hindi naman, it's not necessary that every state or every city in the Philippines, there's a girl who wants to join a pageant. So, that's why they do it. And it just makes sense kasi mahirap. I feel like they do that so that the state decides the selection process for them. Kumbaga, ayaw
Alright.
ma-stress ng Miss Universe organization or ng Miss USA for that. Like, they leave that up to the state how they want to do it.
Yeah, kasi tsaka MUO kasi is an American-based organization. So, syempre,
Yeah.
maybe kikilalanin nila talaga yung 51 states talaga, di ba? So, there's another
Yeah.
question
Oh, God.
here. There's another question. There's another comment here from Peroline Bakaling. Ganda ng laban pag si Eliza represents Philippines tapos si Nikita sa USA.
Ay,
Pwede pang
nako!
mangyari to. Nag-usap na ba kayo ni Eliza? Nag-iyakan na ba
Oh my
kayo?
God, yes! Matagal na namin yung pinag-uusapan. Ever since I went to the States, parang ang joke namin, imagine, and this was actually maybe less than a year ago or less, parang sabi namin, imagine, USA ako, Philippines ka, tapos last two tayo. Sasabihin na lang natin, we concede, we both win Miss Universe. Ganun yung effect, like, we both belong. I mean, I'm gonna end up living with her anyway, regardless if, I mean, even if she wins because I'm Miss USA. Tapos sabi ko, share na lang natin yung crown. Pwede na yun. Hatiin na lang natin sa stage. Ganun. Or kanya-kanyang picture. Yeah, sharing is caring. So we were just so excited about the idea na parang in my head, you win Miss Universe Philippines this year. I win Miss USA. Or like, no, actually, no. I should win next year. No, I should win this year para when she wins next year, if she's able to join, sabay kami sa Miss Universe. So sabay kami. Dapat sabay kami sa Universe. Ganon. Parang joke tayo namin yun lagi. Imagine, it would be like, we will be competitive, but like, we'll be supporting each other. Because at the end of the day, it's all about destiny and luck. If it's for you, kahit pagharutan kami sa stage, yun nga lang, parehas kami maharot. Good luck pa lang. So, this will be a commercial break. I was also so proud of seeing Eliza in the Miss Universe Philippines stage na parang so composed, so the
Relax.
girl that I know behind the scenes. Kasi parang we really...
And there's another comment here. Very witty and beautiful. Regards from dad and daughter, Seafoods, Moal, Boal, Cebu. Coming from Neil Romal. And then sabi niya, wag sana kalabanin na ang Philippines. She deserves to represent Philippines.
No, yung sa ay kung ano mang ang mga tururut keme na parang ang arte-arte na. Pag nasa isip ko, ayaw niyo bang manalo sa Miss U? I bring world peace. Thank you. Amen. Ganon. Ayaw.
Ayaw talaga eh. Ayaw talaga. Sige. We've been talking for more than an hour.
Malay mo magbago yung isip nila.
Yeah, malay mo, di ba?
Wow, ang bilis ng oras.
Yeah, so on that note,
Ecuador
before we
forever
end,
talaga ako.
Nikita, what's next for you after Miss Hawaii USA?
I honestly don't know. Maybe I will stay top. We'll see. Maybe Miss Supranational USA. Maybe Miss International. I'm open. I'm willing to, you know, broaden my horizons and explore other options if Miss USA or Miss Universe doesn't really happen for me. But for now, I'm really taking it day by day. Oh, I might be in the Philippines soon to shoot like an endorsement or something. That's still in the works. Bigla akong bumenta pagka panalo ng first round.
O, di ba? O, di ba? Nabawi mo lahat ng gastos
Nakakaloka.
mo.
But we'll see. We're still working on it. Schedule, budget, idea, and all that. If I do this is quite like, I wouldn't say a leap of faith, but like, I hope it does create change in like how we see standards of beauty in the Philippines. So crossing my fingers. But other than that, I will be I will be the crazy me forever. And yeah, yun. Oh my god, I laughed too much. I mean, I need to be prim and proper. First runner up ako, sayang. God.
True. Alam mo, talking to you, it's so much fun talaga. Alam mo yung parang there's never a
Thank
dull
you.
moment talaga talking to you. Super fun, engaging, outgoing. That Philippine sash deserves to be put across your chest. Let's pray for
Bili
a
na lang ako
miracle.
ng cash. Gusto niyo.
Nako. Delikado tayo dyan.
Paloka sila. I know, right?
On that note, Nikita, thank you so much for having
Thank
this
you,
interview with
Adam.
me. You don't know how many
Ah,
people are so happy to have me interviewed you, considering that you've almost won last weekend. Who knows, diba? Probably in the next few years, we will be seeing you compete in another international pageant. But for now, work muna tayo, and probably, yeah,
yes.
figure out a lot of things muna, and if one door closes, another window opens for another dream.
Yes, that's very true. Yes, exactly.
All right,
Wow, dami
Nikita.
kong English today.
Saya nga eh. 'Di ba? Your story is really inspiring considering na ang dami
Thank
mong
you.
pinagdaanan in order to get where you are right now. Ang dami mo talagang challenges, obstacles, even, racism, bullying, na-conquer, na nalagpasan in order to be where you are right now. So thank you, Nikita, for being a good example to all the aspiring beauty queens here in
Thank
the
you, guys.
Philippines. Talaga, with your warmth, charisma, and wit. Good night, Nikita. Good night over there. It's almost 8:30 na pala,
Thank
no?
you. 7:30 pa lang naman.
7:30, and probably you might want to have dinner already. But thank you so much for giving me this honor and
Thank
pleasure doing this
you.
interview
Yes.
with you. Stay safe and hydrated, Nikita. Who knows, di ba? Next time I interview you,
Philippines!
Nikita, Nikita McElroy, Philippines!
Oh, God.
All right. Ingat, Nikita. God bless you.
Thank you.
Virtual hugs and
Ingat
kisses all the way
din.
from Manila.
Bye,
Bye.
guys!
Take care. Mwah. Mwah.